On Tuesday, the government of Colombia and the National Liberation Army, the ELN, signed an agreement in Caracas, Venezuela, to restart the peace talks between the parties in November, which were interrupted during former President Iván Duque's term. A brief statement recalled that for both the government of President Gustavo Petro and the ELN, the participation of society in this effort to achieve peace is essential, and they explained that they will seek ways to make this participation possible. In their speeches after the signing of the agreement, both Antonio Garcia for the ELN and Danilo Rueda for the Colombian government ratified their disposition, although they did not set the place where the dialogues will begin. Let's see some reactions on Twitter about this announcement on the resumption of negotiations between the government of Colombia and the National Liberation Army. Colombian President Gustavo Petro wrote on his Twitter profile, "From Caracas, the peace talks are officially resumed between our government and the National Liberation Army, together with the guarantor countries Venezuela, Cuba, and Norway." For her part, Maria Jose Pizarro, senator for the Historical Pact Coalition, took to Twitter to announce, "The resumption of dialogues with the ELN is a very important achievement for the country. A negotiated solution will always be the way forward. I'm aware that war also has the face and body of a woman. I hope that these new dialogues have an important female representation." On the same note, Cuban Foreign Affairs Minister Bruno Rodriguez issued a communique stating that Cuba will continue to support the dialogues and negotiations between the Colombian government and the National Liberation Army. The text reads that Cuba supports the agreement to resume peace talks in the coming weeks, announced Tuesday in Caracas by representatives of Colombian government and the National Liberation Army, in the presence of the guarantor countries Venezuela, Norway, Cuba, and special guests, and that the table of conversations will be reinstated in the coming weeks. The Cuban Foreign Ministry reiterated that the nation will continue to support and contribute, together with guarantor countries, to the negotiations with the ELN, by its acronym in Spanish, and stressed its deep conviction that the people deserve peace and will find the ways to achieve it. We move on to